Well, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This 2nd and 4. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Buying time to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Play action now, Prescott. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Here's Prescott. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Going to run again here with Pollard. Powering his way forward. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson steps away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On second down, here's Jackson sliding it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw here. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And the Cowboy first down.
A first down throw for Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stephens. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match. And maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you got someone to tackle him.
Jackson on first down. He'll buy some time right. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 59 yards. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. He finds his man, Pollard. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Prescott off play action. And this one quickly to Lamb. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Prescott to throw it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 17-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now on first down, he's going to sneak it. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some games to run through now.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
A second down throw for Prescott.
Cooks on a quick slam.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far in this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They'll run with Pollard.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And the good thing about the top-notch safeties, they can play from deep coverage or they can play close to the line of scrimmage, and the end result is often the same, a big-time play for their defensive team, and that's exactly what we just saw.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Prescott. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now Jackson on 1st down.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Down the left sideline. He's on his way.
And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last drive, They were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway.
Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 79 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with his quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did.
Cowboys 21.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now it's Jackson.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
But sometimes, Brand, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. And quickly, they get to the line.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he will have the Ravens first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 2nd and 8.
Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right. And his throw here is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
On third down, Jackson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Micah Parsons in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be fourth down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. Throwing is Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. What a chance they just took. A huge chance. They go for it on fourth down, wind up getting the first.
Go ahead and admit it. You thought it was a bad call, didn't you?
I did, yes.
I think any normal person did. How about picking it up? Give them credit.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run here with Edwards. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Yardage here. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.